Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Keith here, Jesse on the camera tonight, and tonight on the bench we have LOSI or Horizon Hobbies' newest little LMT mini monster truck. Let's get this guy out of the box and check it out. Okay guys, let's check out this, is it LOSI? So we're working on that. We got to practice here, so let's check this guy out. We've been waiting eagerly for this. We were kind of hoping these would be up here in the Great White North before Christmas, but didn't work that way. They just showed up 2 days ago, and it's what, the 10th or something like that? Yeah. So yeah, they just showed up here, actually yesterday, so. Pretty cool little box. You got like a little stadium trim in the top. Pretty cool little piece. Now I already had this open earlier to clip the zip ties out and take a look at it because I couldn't contain myself. We just wanted to show you guys what it looks like first coming out of the box. Let's go through the rest of that. So you got that cool little stadium display piece if you want. We're not going to keep that around. We do not have room, but it's kind of cool. It's called that box display or whatever you want to call that, box art. Yeah, so inside you get the new SLT2. They're not really new, but they work good. We do not mind that radio. It does have some programming functionality to it. You get the new Gen 2 USB charger that also has the USB-A to USB-C connector, just in case somebody out there like myself is still not fully converted over to USB-C. Dinosaurs like myself. And it comes with the new little smart charger that they've been sending out. The new rock crawlers actually have one, and this one is different, right? Because this one has the oh yeah, it's quite a bit different. Sorry, it's a lot bigger. So yeah, that's the one you get with the new like AX24 or Power Wagon, and this is the new one you get with the little 2S. So that's cool. It's a little bit bigger, can charge a little bit quicker. Now of course we're going to use our smart charger and not use this, but it's cool that you get it. Now the truck is fully ready to run with the battery, the charger, the cable. Heck, they even give you that little jumper cable just in case you don't have USB-C yet. I'm just being all civilized using scissors. What happened around here? What happened? Okay, so you even get batteries for the radio, which is kind of dying off. It's nice to see. You get a cross wrench, so if you are like Jesse and myself, that would be number 971. Put that guy off to the side. Oh, it's got a little hole in this one, so you can put a wrench in there. Oh, nice. Instead of kind of jamming it in the hole like we've been doing. We'll put it on this side. We're going to use that one. Inside the package, you get a oh cool, Ryan Anderson little collector card. Pretty cool. Series 1. We'll keep that in good shape. We'll throw this on the shelf behind us. And it does have a little QR code which will probably bring you to something to do with the manual or something. But anyhow, we'll put that back here. Their Trucks of Fortune one. Then of course you get their little battery guide, which is nice because they do have across the top a full description of all the different plug types if you were ever wondering what the proper name was on them. So cool. So there's some good safety information in there, how not to burn your house down. Basically, just don't leave the charger running when you're not around. You should be fine. Keep an eye on it. Simple enough. Cool little paperback sticker. We'll throw that up on the wall behind us. Even a poster with a quick parts list on the back. Pretty cool. We'll put that up too later. Nice, good. Right there, page 1, water resistant with waterproof electronics. That's always a question that comes up. Page 1, when you open it up, boom, right there. So, very nice. There's another QR code on this little one for your charger and your batteries, so just go to that, learn all the information from there. We legally can't give you any charging information, so go see the pros. Pretty cool. It's got everything you would need in the manual. I'm just looking for exploded views, the stuff that we really want to see. Or just to see if this is a whole bunch of safety, which is starting to smell like it's just a safety book. Aha. Get a full parts list on the back, full optional parts list. And then we get into the exploded part view in the back with all of your part numbers. So that's good.
That's awesome.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So yeah, there's about 80 pages you don't need in there, about 4 pages in the back that we need as hobbyists and builders, but legally they have to put it all in there. So, and if you're new to the hobby, of course, you're going to want to read that. And heck, if you're bored, it's always good to totally read, right? So, now, let's check out the truck. Now, as you guys know, we have a fleet of the full-size ones kicking around here. This is our Son of a Digger, my Son of a Digger. I actually won this one on one of those RC Waffle House draw things that you guys know that we do all the time, or everybody on Facebook has been doing them, right? So I won this one before it came out. I got this one. We still have not run this truck, pulled the trigger. She's brand new, been sitting here since release date, just kind of hanging out. One day we'll get it out. But anyhow, they did a really good job. A lot of companies, when they come out with a... Can you see both of them? A lot of companies, when they come out with a mini or micro, it's just like an essence of, right? They got the body, they got the wheels on it, but everything else is completely different. Where this guy, they kept everything very decent. They kept the motor sideways in the middle with the drop case, transfer case. They didn't put the center differential in there, but it's not really needed on the lighter truck. Where this big boy, you're going to need it, or you're going to be blowing apart drive shafts in the center every time you land off a jump. So that worked out great. They went with metal links. This guy's got the metal links, the TVP, the twin vertical plate chassis in there, both powder coated. This guy looks really good in the blue. Maybe they'll come out with a version 2 or some blue chassis plates that we can buy for this guy to really set it off, because it does look really sharp on there. Axles are pretty much the same shock layout, pretty much everything pretty much the same. I'm gonna move this guy off. We just wanted to show you. Okay, so under the hood, first look, we like the layout. Like I just said, the motor is still sitting in the center, sideways, ESC mounted in the front with the battery tray in the back. Pretty much same setup as that. I do like how they decided to capture the end of the battery lead coming off the ESC, where that one, it's just loose and it does bang around in there when you put the EC5 connector. It's like a 2-inch piece of plastic, probably weighs half a pound, slap it around in there. So, and it does kind of get in the way sometimes. If it's sitting on top, you can't close the body, so you find yourself pushing it off. This is nice, it's clean, it's going to be out of the way all the time. I do like how they did that. You got the power switch mounted on the other side. It is not a push button power switch, it is just a physical, and this is a 2-in-1 receiver and radio unit. So if you do want to do an upgrade like 4-wheel steering or brushless, you are going to have to take out the complete system and just put in a receiver with your new ESC motor, but you're going to spend money when you want to get there anyway, so who cares. Just stay tuned for when we do that too, one of these ones coming up. But moving on, also we just noticed the sway bars in it are very nice. They're the same type and design as the LMT. So if you want more or less, you can loosen the screw, slide them back, which will then shorten up the rod between there and give you more torque on it, which is a pretty cool design. I big fan of that. I can't remember what early design that was from. It was an older truck. Somebody in the comments will probably be able to remind us or fill us in on that, but definitely cool design. It works great just like it did on the full-size truck. Now there is a bit of chassis wiggle with the big 4-link. We're going to go through and make sure all of our links are tight. The back seems to have a little bit of excessive slop in there, and we did notice, yeah, everything good. Everything seems tight, but I'm going to go through when we pull it apart to grease and add a little bit thicker oil to the differentials. We want to tighten them up a little bit. The front's not so bad, but the rear feels like it was kind of almost missed with any grease or anything. So we want to tighten that guy up. We want to make sure the transmission and the diffs have the cowler seat udder butter in there. Make sure we're going to keep it rolling. And we're also going to change out the steering servo to the Reefs Micro 179 Smart Micro / winch. It does come pre-programmed as a servo, but if you have Reefs digital programmer, you can convert it over to work as a winch. So pretty cool, double bang for the buck, $115 or so Canadian. So again, much cheaper if you're somewhere else. And then we paired that with a Reefs Micro servo horn. Sure, works for me. As the truck already comes RTR with the Spectrum SX108 installed, it's an okay servo, but we want to have some big power in a monster truck. The first thing we do on our monster trucks is always the factory servo upgrade. There's nothing wrong with the servo, it will get by, it is a light unit, it is winter time right now, so it would work great for a while, but we're going to throw the Reefs in it and we're going to just get it out of the way as our first real upgrade for the truck, while we wait for other parts to come out on the market and such, because pretty much there's nothing out yet. Truck is pretty much brand new. So let's pop the battery out. The battery now runs with these rubber band type straps in here, like I was talking earlier about the King Sling has in them. And it comes with a G2 smart battery, which is really nice. Now I picked up a replacement pack for it today, and unfortunately it was a Gen 1 non-smart battery. Hey, sorry. Yeah, it was a Gen 1 non-smart battery, so just make sure you check. Now the nice thing is this guy came with one of these connectors, which also came in the bag with the trucks. Now we have two of these connectors just in case we have one of our older vehicles now, we can kind of link over to this, which is cool. And I think this might fit in the Mini T brushless, or the Mini T brushless also too. But anyhow, now we got two of those. On our quest to slowly convert everything over to smart batteries. I'm hoping it's not a horrible idea, but so far so good. We really enjoy the peace of mind. And like things like this, I'm hoping are a thing in the past. Fortunately, this battery got forgotten about, and it's dangerous. This guy's got to go. Old school battery, garbage brand, 30C. It's no good. It's old airplane battery for like a bomber that would just cruise, you know. But that battery's no good. So far, we're loving the smart batteries. Anyhow, I forgot to mention, truck does come with pre-installed LEDs. The wires run through the back up to the front, so you don't have to worry about unplugging them getting caught, which is pretty cool. One thing on the big trucks is the frame would clip the wires. It kind of looks like they've routed it out of the way from there, so that's nice. So the trucks would cross over on the big ones, and it would cut them off every time you flip it over and you lose lights. Also, the hold down is these little twist tabs. They fit through the chassis, give them a 90-degree lock into place. So they eliminate the body clip. Seems like everybody is getting away from the body clip. You can tighten them up a little bit with your screwdriver if they're too spinny on you and they're giving you a pain in the butt, kind of staying in place when you line it up, like I think I might do. Or maybe not. Actually, I think they got a metal bushing in them, so you might not be able to tighten them up. But anyhow, let's open this little guy up and check on the diffs. I want to see what is even in there, change out the servo, and maybe I can make some room, or heck, let's just go rip it outside in the fresh snow we got. So that'd be pretty cool. Okay guys, the last few seconds, things transpired pretty rapidly around here. We ended up taking apart Jesse, stripped down the wheels, the ESC tray, the battery tray, only a few screws, few seconds to make it look from, as you've seen it in the last clip, to what it looks like now. We're just stopping and make a couple comments on it. Now it does have a standard 12mm hub, so you can put or hex, whatever you want to call it, on it, so you can fit all different 1.9 wheels across the board onto it. So that's pretty cool. We already threw a couple different tires on it and stuff, just playing around. So that is cool. They scaled it so nice. It even has the little inspection door on the bottom of the skid plate, so you can grease your center gear set. We don't have to completely tear it down to open up the transmission, because we could pull out that little door on the bottom and then open up the cover on the side with just taking this cover off, or this little crash bar, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, crash bumper, whatever you want to call that. But pull that guy off, we can open that guy up, we can grease that. We're going to pull the diffs off completely, open those guys up, check the differentials. We'll pop back in a few seconds when we have the diffs open and everything opened up. Okay guys, we got that inspection door open on the bottom of the chassis. Now, unlike his big brother, this part is very small. I could see an upgrade coming for that down the future. If you land directly on that, you're going to blow a hole through there. It's not going to really hurt nothing. You're going to crack that open though. I could see that also over time starting to deflect and letting dirt and such in. But that's just my opinion, but I'm sure somebody's going to come up with something a little thicker for that, even one in aluminum. The bolt in there would be cool. I'm sure that'd be pretty... Well, now we said it's going to happen, so... Anyhow, besides that, inside everything has a very healthy amount of grease everywhere. It looks good. It's all Metal Gear so far. Great job on it. Everything feels great. Now we just need to open up the side cover, and then we're going to go through also clean it all out and put in the CowRC High Performance Udder Butter and make it smooth as butter. Also, while you're going through, you want to just make sure everything is Loctited in. If it is, leave it alone. All you have to do is try to turn it. Usually try to go tight is the best bet. A little bit. If you feel it move, then you know it's not. If you can turn the truck around by then you know it's been Loctited. Leave it. Check everything. So far, the quality is top notch, and everything is greased and Loctited, put together properly and tight as we're going through it. But yeah, I'm going to pop off both the axles, open those up, and we'll see you back when we get to that. Okay, guys, we got that rear differential broke down, opened up. It only took about 84 screws. They are built really heavy. They took notes from the full-size LMT where it had the rear differential braking. The housing on this guy is very solid, heavy part. It's webbed inside. It's thick. You're not going to break this axle as easily as the Gen 1s were breaking on the LMT. You probably won't break this one. It's built very sturdy. It's got a ton of hardware. It's built well. Now anyway, the differential on it, I was kind of wondering how small the cup and how small the gears were going to be in it. That was kind of worrisome for me. But instead they did an open style differential on it, which is how they're able to fit a good 3-gear steel differential setup in such a small package without having a cup, right? You delete the cup, go. So all you're able to do is really open this up, service it, add some sticky grease in there. The stickier the grease, the more of a diff action you're going to have. Now with the CowRC Udder Butter, it is not a sticky, it is a very nice, fluent, smooth, like racing high performance grease. So we're going to find something sticky and thick that we can put in there to thicken it up. Initially we were going to put some silicone oil in the diff cup, lock it down a little bit tighter, but we don't have one. Anything you put in there is going to sling out, so it's a limited time engagement. So you're going to want to find something heavy, stick it in there. I think I got some green grease kicking around. We'll put a blob in there. We'll use Udder Butter on the ring and pinion on the outside. So we're going to give that a quick clean with a microfiber rag. And yeah, we're going to put it back together. Do the same on the front. We're going to throw that servo in it, and then we're going to go take a quick rip. It just won't quit snowing outside, so it'll be fun to get a little bit of ripping action. So. Okay guys, there you go. We have that bad boy back together. We got it all powered up this time, sort of blinding there, looking mint. Jesse went ahead and took on all the work while I got the snow plow ready to go as we got the first blizzard of the year. Pretty stoked. We're going to go, actually, there's 6 inches of snow. Is that 6 inches? 6 inches of snow outside. So this guy really won't do anything. We throw him down, he just dig a hole. So we're going to take SES6 with a plow off the whole back deck area, and make some jumps with this guy tomorrow and get some daytime footage. So we just want to talk about the truck itself now. It's all back together. Beautiful plush suspension. Love the oil-filled shocks on it. The 2-step wheelie bar. It's got 2 positions on the back. Even has a little roller. You stand up on the back, hold it for a while. I'm not sure the truck has the power to hold it up. We've seen some videos online, but it's not brushless like its counterpart, which has a ridiculous amount of power in it. This guy probably be a little more mellow, a little more indoor based, but we'll find that out in a couple of months when we can get some traction, as it's all going to be ice and snow for a while. But anyhow, we got that Reefs 179 micro smart servo in the front. Look at all the steering power. We probably turn that drive rate down just a little bit. We don't need all that. There you go, turn it back a little. There we go. That's all you need on Monster Truck. You don't need lock to lock. We're not going rock crawling. It'll just cause you to tumble. So, but yeah, tons of power, tons of speed in that now. Looks good too. Now, it is not listed as a waterproof servo. We took some black 3M vinyl. You can pick this up at a sign shop. just go to Michael's. You can buy a roll of Cricut. A roll will go a long way. We just wrapped it in vinyl around it. Now, why it's probably not rated as waterproof is the motor in it is so fat they had to machine the side of the case open to fit the motor can, and it sticks out. There's a couple little gaps. So we wrap that up. Should be good to go. Now also, when we're done driving it in the snow, we're going to take it and we have a little melty bin over here and a heat setup. So we'll put it in there, we'll heat it up, melt it off, and then blast it with air dryer. Then we'll take our CowRC silicone protectant spray, blast everything down, and then dry it off with that, dry it off with a towel. So proper maintenance is key. The servos that are made nowadays are mostly all waterproof in a sense where you can splash, have fun, you don't have to worry about it. But now companies, when they're rating them for waterproof, they're literally talking about guys that want to drive their truck like through the creek and through the pond and spend extended periods of time operating in the water, which this won't be doing. So anyhow, awesome truck, guys. Check it out. We got ours, Eliminator RC, Winnipeg, Manitoba. You can check them out there. Horizon Hobby has them. Also, pretty decent, that little 380. Like I said, we went through, we had the CowRC, we lubed everything up in there. Very happy. The 380's got some good bark to it. Once we get a brushless system in there and go with a 4-wheel steering upgrade coming up in another video, we'll use the exact same servo setup, put it in the rear, do a 4-wheel setup, a full Castle Mamba Micro X2, and a 3-channel receiver. But anyhow, guys, we'll see you in a few seconds outside. Okay guys, we've got the new LOSI Mini LMT 1/18 scale all done up with the basically only upgrade we got on it so far is the Reefs 179 micro servo up front. We kept the plastic steering length so we can get kind of a servo saver out of that. We can get some flex without damaging our servo. We did cut down a Reefs horn to mount that on there, so we got crazy good steering on the little guy. We did turn down the steering rate on the remote a little bit so we're not tapping out and putting any damage into the servo. We went through to the CowRC grease treatment, all the differentials, and all the gears inside. As you guys seen a few seconds ago in the video, they are an open differential case. We couldn't get much stuff in them. It's going to be open, but it's not enough power. It'll make up for it. So anyhow, winter out here, we didn't get as much snow as we usually did. We usually like to push a nice little racetrack, but we got a couple of hills to play with. Let's rip this guy up. Okay guys, so just like the full-size LMT, the little guy is a certified ripper. The stock servo in it, I recommend getting rid of the servo saver. When you're hitting bumps like this in the snow and stuff, you have no control of the truck. Now we've got this wonderful control so we can get around really well. That rear open differential really helps when you're chunching around, if you would, in the snow back there. You can see I was just yarding on the wheel, throwing it back and forth. It would only go so much, it would take over, and it would just kind of blow off the inside tire. Actually makes it nice on an 18 scale, because it wasn't just doing pirouettes or cyclones. It wasn't hard to keep going in a straight line. It actually had a lot of good feel and control. So very happy with that. It's strong, it's good enough. We see a lot of guys are bending the links on the bottom. You guys know we're not bashers and savages on our stuff, so we're not gonna have that problem, but some people might down the road. For now, we're not going to do a brushless since we're running it kind of in the house and just farting around with what we got for weather. But as the summer comes, we obviously are going to need a brushless. We do want to cut some back clips off these ramps. There's just not enough oomph in there. So stay tuned for that build coming up. We'll see you guys on the next one.